Hello YouTube, this is Brooke from ImaginaryLemons.com.
And I'm Adam.
And today we wanted to talk to you about the absolute worst travel day we ever experienced, which was yesterday.
Gosh,
and we're going to talk about some of the things that we're going to do next time to hopefully prevent those issues.
So I tried to order an Uber, so I was waiting, looking for drivers.
Meanwhile, it's saying that they're 13 minutes away.
So we tried again, and my sister, who was also traveling with us, called her Uber, got her stuff together, and went off to the airport. We wanted to do it this time because we didn't want to deal with parking when we get to the airport. So eventually, unfortunately, we never got a Uber, so we had to drive.
We also didn't want to have to take apart Adam's chair. The heaviest part is 40 pounds, but I sprained my elbow, and so we were trying to avoid this. And the reason we took 2 Ubers was because we had 3 adults and a baby and all the luggage for all those people and the wheelchair and a car seat, and there was just no way we were going to be able to fit it in one car, so that's why we ordered 2. So I load up the car, I break down the thing. Yes, it was painful, but I did it, and we head to the airport. We get there, and Adam says, it says the garages are full. And I was like, no, that can't be true. And it says like reservations only, and I was like, okay, but they can't mean for handicap parking, right? Like, so I find somebody, and I was like, so, and he's like, yeah, it's full. I'm like, yeah, but handicap. And he was like, no, it's full. I said, okay, so where's the economy lot? He's like, no, that's full too. I was like, wait, what? And so, like, I panicked, and then I'm like, how am I? And he said, go to a local hotel and see if you can pay to park there. And I'm like, but accessible transportation back to the thing, and like, I'm panicking. Yeah. And then I realized I can drop Adam off. I drive him around the airport again to go to the part where you drop off. I gave him all the suitcases, mine, everything. I just kept my purse. Then I left. So as I'm riding back to the airport, they call me and they say they're not allowed to check my bags. You couldn't check my bag because I wasn't physically there. Right. That was the issue. Which is funny because I check his bags all the time. He'll be like off in the wheelchair somewhere else, and I bring up all the bags, and they've never questioned it. But somehow when it was the opposite, they wouldn't take my bag.
They wouldn't do it.
I get dropped off the airport. I meet her at the thing, and they were like, okay, we just need to put the bags on. And the woman is very confused, and now she's like, well, it's not an hour before the flight, so you can't check your bags in anymore. And we're like, wait, what? I don't understand. Because at this point, we're like an hour before takeoff, maybe a little less. Finally, she was like, okay, fine, go ahead and put your bag. I was like, okay, so we put the bags on there, knowing full well that they might come on a later flight, but like whatever, we're trying to get there.
Right, trying to get to the gate.
So then we drop off the bags, and then we go through TSA, right? TSA PreCheck. And we have PreCheck. My sister-in-law doesn't, so we took the baby with us so that it would be faster. And I get through fine.
But me, not so much. I mean, because my battery pack is separate from my chair, it was just sitting on the side waiting. And so we just had to wait for them to do it. And I'm like, we got to go. We're trying to catch our stuff. Mm-hmm. But eventually came and swabbed it and did all the stuff they're supposed to do. That took at least 15, 20 minutes for them to do that. And so we finally got that done. Yes.
So we took off. We get to the gate 1 minute after they close the doors, 15 minutes before it's supposed to arrive. So like they, it's take off at 10, so they close the doors at 9:45. We got there 9:46. Nope. So then we had to wait around, and then we, then I was like, okay, what do we do, right? I've never missed a flight before.
Never, just the first time I've ever missed a flight. Yeah, and it's like panicking, like, okay, so what do we do? We're stuck here at the airport.
So there's a desk that I've never noticed before in the terminal that is customer service. So I go to the desk. I brought the baby because I was like, emotional blackmail. I'll have the baby, and they're gonna want to help the baby. And it worked. And so they had the baby. They were like, oh, you guys missed your flight. Yeah, let me help you. And so they put us on standby for the next flight, and then confirmed for the flight after. So knew we were going to get there. Our bags coincidentally did make the flight, despite the lady who was taking us forever and telling us it wasn't going to work. It was really like 20 minutes fighting with this lady. We were called on standby, and so we weren't sitting together, but it was fine. We got on the plane. We ended up boarding last, so, it was a little awkward because the aisle chair was having to come down with the plane full, but, we got it done. And then we got to the airport, went to go get a accessible cab. Now, we did have some language issues. I don't know how to say wheelchair in Spanish. This is a lesson learned. I need to learn how to say that. But they kept bringing us vans, but not accessible vans. And I was like, no, we need, and so finally I said like a ramp, and they were like, oh, and so it took us like an hour to collect our bags, find where they had stored our bags because the first set of bags had come
an
early.
earlier flight.
So there's a special door that you go in when you go to pick up your, it's like the baggage storage room. And so we went and got our bags, and then they finally figured out ramp, and then we finally got here. But it was pretty atrocious.
Very long and
yeah. But now we are ready to head out to our cruise. We are doing a 6-night cruise, 7 days, going to the Caribbean. And so we are staying at the Clifton Hotel, and we did do a quick review on that. And now I'm talking fast because it is time for us to go get our cab and go head out to the airport. We will take you along, and thanks for joining.
All right.